Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 55th episode of Concerned Dabs podcast. I'm your host, Katie M. Kane. Tonight's guest, ladies and gentlemen, is CT Terror. He is an actor and an artist, a star of the Ching America film Ganja Boy. He plays Slick in the film Ganja Boy. I've seen you make appearances in the other films too, CT. Can you hear us, sir? Are you with us right now?
Hey, man. You got me?
he's got he's,
Slick in
he's
the
got the
building, man.
slick
Slick in
voice
the
too.
motherfucking building, man.
No
It's slick
doubt,
time,
no
bitch.
doubt. So it's like we had you on the show before with Ching and Callie, and it was
Yeah.
a good episode. But dude, like, yeah, I wanted to interview you just about your stuff too. It's tough to fit three guys into an hour, so it'd be dope to just ask you about the stuff that you got going on with your music and film. Um,
I appreciate
and then
that.
uh, and then also, ladies and gentlemen, if you can tune in towards the end of the show, the last 15 minutes, we got a couple songs from CT Terror that we're actually going to play live on the air. So
Yeah.
please stay tuned for that. We're going to take a little smoke sesh break. Um,
Stick around.
yeah, stick around. And so before that, I used to have like all these cookie cutter questions for interviews and stuff, but it's more fun to freestyle it sometimes, man. And just watching your film and stuff too, the things I wanted to know is just more about your story and your history and how you got into what you're into, man. Like, did you take drama class in high school? Like, were you in band at all then? How did you get into writing songs and acting, man? Can you talk about that a little bit? And you don't have to talk in the slick voice, man. Like,
Yeah, well, Slick come out for a little bit. And, I'm going to switch up. But Slick
all
on
right,
deck right
all right,
now.
all right.
But we're going to take Slick out of here right now and answer your questions. So,
Okay, cool.
as far as shit, like, I've been with the music shit for a long time. I did a little acting shit. I never went to no acting school or nothing like that. I did a couple little plays and things like that in school when I was younger.
What man? Which ones? And what grade, man? I,
Fourth,
I did
fifth,
uh
and like
I did
elementary
Charlotte's
school.
Web. Oh, I did Charlotte's Web when I was like a sophomore in high school, and there was
Okay.
a part where I had to fall down like over the pig, like someone pushes me over the pig. So it was fun. It felt like pro wrestling and shit. You know what I mean? It's like I had to do it like
Right.
3 or 4 times in the weekend and not get hurt. So it was cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss
So
Scott.
yeah, all my acting stuff was pretty much like elementary stuff.
Cool.
I did a play. We did a play for Martin Luther King, so I was in that.
Awesome.
Did
And did
another
someone
play.
write it? Did someone like write it like you went to a workshop or something like that?
No, this is in elementary. So this was
Oh,
like a
dope.
project that we did in actual school. I was part of this thing called Talented and Gifted. So we
Oh
had to
yeah,
take it out of
tag.
class.
Dude, all
What you know
right,
about tag?
CT.
Hey, what you know about
Bro,
that? Yeah.
yeah. I was not a tag kid in Portland, but in on my resin lap where I was. But in Portland, they would come and scoop those kids out, and I was like, man, they get to go do some cool shit, I'm sure, man. And when I
Yeah.
moved back to my res, then they're like, all right, I guess your workload's higher. You're a smart kid now, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's
So
awesome, dude. That's cool.
yeah.
It helps me understand you more as an artist too, bro.
Right. So then I did a play about not African, a Hawaiian king called Kamehameha, and we did a play about him.
Okay.
And that was pretty dope because I never knew that Hawaii had kings and things of that
Yeah.
nature going on over there. So to learn about that, it was pretty dope. And I actually helped add on to the production of that. I thought I was gonna get in trouble for the shit. So they were saying something about him moving a big boulder or a mountain or something. He was supposed to be moving, and I started just banging on the piano, like it was like a rumbling noise. And they was
Dope.
like, "Who did that?" They're like, "Who did that?" I was like, "Me." And I thought I was gonna get in trouble for it. They was like, "No, keep doing that. We need that sound effect." I'm like, "All right, great." So I just took it from being good to great by helping them add just that one little sound effect.
That's dope, dude. That's super dope. And like, man, like being in the room and hearing something missing and then just not vocalizing in this case, but playing it on the piano, dude. Like that's tight, bro.
Yeah, it worked
And
out in
it's
my favor. I thought I was gonna get in trouble for it.
yeah. So it sounds like we got Callie on the call right now too, man. I wanted to acknowledge him and let him say hello and say what's up. Callie, are you with us, man?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes,
Callie,
sir.
what's
Yes,
good?
sir.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, man, I'm sitting there, man. I'm enjoying the show, man, and enjoying what you guys have to offer right now, and seeing my partner, man, Slick right there, man, CT Terra, man, who's giving y'all some background. So what I wanted to say is just like it's been a pleasure working with him, man, on every realm, man. And you know how, in this culture and what we're doing and with the podcast and with everybody that we've had, we kind of have similar lifestyles, similar passions for music and everything. So when I wanted to bring him on is I wanted him to just get familiar and for the world to be made to see exactly what he's been doing and how he's been doing in the scope of acting and the scope of entertainment.
Same, man. Same. I was really interested after watching the movie. Like, I was like, we got to interview that guy for an episode, man. So thanks for hooking that up too, Callie. Like, we appreciate the coordination efforts.
Oh yeah, man. Ganja Boy,
Word up.
what we're trying to do with Ganja Boy is make sure that it's the modern day Cheech and Chong, how high and how high, and better than all the rest of the comedies. I mean, it was something to lay back to, man. People going through everything they're going through, man. We want to have something that's remotely funny, cannabis involved, cannabis infused, and you feel me, just what it's supposed to be, man. So shout out to
No doubt.
Concerned Dabs podcast. Shout out to Chang America Films who gave us the opportunity to put these primitive projects out. And shout out to my man CT Terry, who's like a great friend, a great actor. I mean, you see the chemistry with us. Whenever people don't understand, whenever we're on our film, when we're on set, most of everything's scripted, but most of me and CT Terry's vibes and interactions are ad libs. You
Yep.
know, it used to be
Yeah,
one
man.
take, but it shit is too funny and we'd be too high on there, to get through. But I mean, man, it's just a blessing, man. And man, I love you guys, man. I love you, Slick, man. Stop stealing from me, man. God damn it, man. Shit, man.
I don't
You got my
steal,
lighter
man.
earlier today,
Why
man.
you keep telling people I
You
steal,
got
man?
my
I
lighter.
don't
You got my
steal.
fucking lighter earlier today, man. You bring my fucking lighter back home, man.
Don't
And I
bother
think I
it.
was short a
Hey,
couple of grams too, man. So on that note,
don't
man,
bother it.
yeah,
Don't
Bob
bother it.
Aldridge, yeah. On that note, man, you better take care of your interview, man. Mitch, all the fellas, man. Concerned Dabs podcast. I love y'all, man. Y'all keep it 100.
No doubt. Thanks, Callie. We appreciate it,
All
man.
right,
Have a
baby
good rest
boy.
of your night, bro.
All right, you too.
Yep.
Bitch.
Anybody who hasn't seen Ganja Boy, yeah, you got to tune in and watch that movie, and then
Tap
that
in,
little
man.
exchange will
Tap
make
in.
sense. It's a
That
good
makes
little
hella sense.
concept, man. There's characters in your life, I'm sure that you can relate to the movie. So
Yeah,
good
that's what a
stuff.
lot of people say. A lot of people say they see the character and they know somebody. Somebody knows somebody. They're gonna
Yeah.
see that. And yeah.
Yeah, man, good stuff. And I'm not even from that coast, man. But it's just like, nah. There's an OG homie with packs like that. You know what I mean? There's the homie who's always pulling slick moves. Like it's like, man, what the fuck? Yeah, it's good shit, you guys. Shout out to Ching too, man. Good films, Ching America, good films.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
y-
King is the man with them
yeah,
films, man.
yeah. So we were talking about you did a play when you were a kid about what was the king's name? The Hawaiian king?
Kamenha Menha.
Kamehameha, and then you said,
Ask me
yeah, it
how
was
I
like a
remember
story.
it.
Yeah, no, that's cool, dude. And you played the piano part for the. So did you also act in it too, or did they just book you to do the sound effects for the play for the weekend or something like that?
No, I was an actor in it. I can't remember
Oh,
what
okay.
part I played. I know I didn't play the king. I didn't play the king, but I did play a part. But that's how I was able to get that little sound effect going on. So when I was off set or off the scene, that's when I was able to pull that one off on.
That's tight,
And
man.
it was pretty nice. It was a pretty nice educational thing. Like I said, I never knew Hawaii had kings and like anything like that over there. You don't hear too much about Hawaii or Hawaii's history. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I enjoy that too, man. Being an indigenous person is like we don't get a lot of representation in Hollywood or I guess on Broadway either, you know what I mean? So it's like
Or
um writing that stuff and then also finding persons of color to play those roles is dope, man. And cuz
yeah, you
I
know they
like
whitewash everything.
Yeah, dude, it's like anything that goes across a desk in one of those places is gonna get completely changed around and commercialized, and it's commercialized isn't the truth in most of those cases, historically speaking, you know what I mean? It's not a pretty story,
True
it's an
indeed.
ugly one. Yeah, so it's dope that people are making their own films and writing their own scripts and creating their own content. I try to encourage that as much as I can because I just feel like even from my era, there's a lot of guys who had their dreams crushed. You know what I mean? Either in music, acting, whatever, and it's because they thought that they had to go there in order to make it happen, and it's
I
just
mean,
not
that's what
true
it was back then,
anymore.
though.
It
Nah, not
was,
now.
dude. Yeah, not anymore though. You know what I mean? So any of those bros who are inspired, it's like, dude, you can get the gear and put in the work, man. There's homies who want to help, and it's I just think it's a good thing. So once somebody does have a completed project too, I try to do my best to support, man. It's like I want to like I'll come to your show, you know, I'll share the link, whatever I can do. You know, if it's showing in my city at some kind of film premiere, I'll go and
Hmm.
check that out, man. I'm gonna tell the homies to go and check it out too. And it's
Definitely.
yeah, and that's why I think it's dope about what you guys are doing too, man. Because and it's your resume is building, man, on actual films that people can go and watch, and
Yes.
it's a new era, and I'm sure maybe some of your friends or family have been discouraging at times, you know, like, oh, why are you gonna go and do that? You should do this, but it's dope that you still do it, man. You know, because it's a lot of times it's not glamorous, you know what I mean? And you do it because you
Right.
love it, you know what I mean? So most folks
I've
don't
been
understand that.
I've been more pushed away from the music shit than the acting shit for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I can relate to that. Little homies that want to rap, I'm like, just make sure you do it yourself, man. Like it cost me a lot of money to do a song when I was a kid, and you can do it for pretty cheap nowadays. So just make sure you own your stuff and make sure you love it, you know? And I try not to be too discouraging because I'm just like, man, I'm doing my rock and roll stuff now. I'm not so much on rap. Maybe it's because of my age, but it just I try to encourage, you know, I don't want anybody to think that, you know, what their goal or dream is isn't what's for
But
them or is something they shouldn't shoot for. So, you know, music
I
or
don't know why
acting.
they, yeah, I don't know why they try to put an age cap on hip hop music. Like you got to be a certain age in order to get into it or to do it. Because, for example, I mean, I know when it started and everything, it was the teens and the young 20s who birthed it. I understand
Yeah,
that. But
yeah,
with any other culture, it elevates, it evolves, and it has.
yeah,
So
yep.
you got somebody like example, you got Griselda Records, Benny the Butcher, what's on West Side Gun,
I would
and Conway.
I was just gonna bring him up, man. As soon as you said
Like
that, yeah,
them dudes like in their
they're
late
our age.
30s.
Yeah, they're our
Yeah,
age, man.
they are. Yeah, exactly. And they
Yeah,
putting shit out in mainstream, and they just getting in the door. So all of that age thing, I don't see why people want to put an age limit to it. If you got the skill and you got the fan base, put it out there for them.
yeah, yeah, no doubt. And man, I like him a lot too. His interviews are pretty good, and I like how the songs are. You can hear the experience just in drugs and everything else. So I'm just like, man, he's official. The way he's talking about oil and everything too. I'm like, man, he's from the East Coast. Like, it just I like his stuff too, and it's I've heard him say that in interviews too. Like rap is a grown man sport now. It's like for you to navigate this and in order to own it and capitalize off it, he's like you almost have to have a bunch of bad experiences to understand what not to do because a lot of kids don't See that there's certain things that you need to fill out and submit yourself and pay the money for. Otherwise, some other guy's gonna do it for you and be collecting that stream of revenue, and he may or may not tell you about it. You know what I mean? Like there's all
Most
being
likely not.
aware. Yeah, dude, I've seen it happen all kinds of times, dude, even in current times, you know? And so I try
Yeah.
to be I try to be as transparent as possible with anybody who wants to work with me. I put out one project with my bros from back home. Shout out to Lil Tom. There's a drum group. They sing powwow songs from my res back home. They're called Lightning Creek. I put out one of their
Okay.
albums in 2013. And so it was dope to work with them too, but it was just like, hey man, I drew up just a couple page contract and said, this is what the budget is for us to come out and record when it goes online. Whenever you guys want to report, I'll send it to you. This is what it's made. Once we recoup that money, then split it 50-50. You know what I mean? But those
Word.
guys in that game, the hand-to-hand physical sales is still pretty good, I think, when they go to powwows and travel. I think folks really support the artists in that scene by buying CDs and shit. A lot of times CT, it's fucking $20, bro. You know what I mean? It's like the new this grew, it's $20. You know what I mean? And people will pay it. So I think it's it's uh it's very cool that that scene supports each other. But I just wanted to crack into it, and it's my older cuz. He gave me the name Katie Kane when I was a kid. So I just wanted to show him how things worked and do a project and put my name on it too. You know what I mean? And
No doubt.
they ended up getting nominated for a Native American Music Award. They call it the NAMMYs. I think it's out there in New York, the award ceremony, and they didn't win, but they still got to go out there and go and sing. And I don't know,
That's
it
all
was
that
cool, man.
matters.
Yeah,
So
I was
about the
proud
win.
of them, man. Yeah, I was
Sometimes
proud of
it ain't
them, and
about the win. It's just is the notoriety and being able to get even more notarized because now you got that nomination. So now when you go there, people who may not even heard your name, they're gonna hear your name at least nominated. So now they know who to check for.
yeah, man, yeah. So I'm really proud of those guys. Shout out to Lightning Creek and all the fellas who sang on that project. Um, one more question I had about when you were doing the acting stuff as a kid. Did you know you liked it that much back then? You know what I mean? Like, because school is like there's certain subjects you like in school and certain ones you don't. But like, you have an experience. It's like, fuck, I want to keep doing this shit, man. Like, this is dope.
I liked it. I liked it, but I didn't know that I was gonna like it to the point where that would be something that I really, 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 really wanted to do. I wanted
Yeah,
to get into the entertainment stuff. I just didn't really know which way to go. If it's gonna be like the acting thing, the music thing, I really didn't know which way to go. So
yeah.
started young with the acting in school, started young with the music. You know what I'm saying? Just in the hood. We used to do our little own little things in the hood.
Yeah,
And
dude. Can you talk about that too, dude? Because I like you really sound like you've done a lot, man. You know, and you could be younger or older than me, but probably around the same age. And so, dude, like talk about the like. Was there like a first tape or a first album or anything you were? Did you go by a different name back then?
so
Like
yeah, my
man, for
name
real.
changed over the years.
I honestly feel like too, CT, you're gonna get a whole bunch of more work and blow up, and people are gonna come back to this interview and be like, "Yo, like, yeah, all right, like, I know something about him now." You know what I mean? So, as
I
much
mean,
as
that's
you
what
can
it's there
share,
for.
bro. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
as much as you can
Exactly.
share, please do.
So yeah, with the music, like we started out scratching on old school records. Like can't really well, it's old school now. To us at that point, it was fresh. So like
Yeah,
we'd take a Beastie Boys album, or we'd take
yeah,
like a Run DMC album, and one turntable, no mix board, but we were scratching on that motherfucker. We were scratching
yeah,
on that motherfucker.
fucking the needle
We
up,
made it happen.
man. Your
We made it
mama's probably
happen.
like, "What the
Then
fuck are you guys doing on my record player? God damn it!"
yeah, I mean, we was trying, we was young. We not even double digits yet, and we was doing
Y-
shit with it. Feel me? And
Yeah,
then I don't know if people remember this shit, but McDonald's had put out a song back in the day, with like the Mac Tonight logo, nigga, the moon face, nigga. They had
I
like a
remember
whole
that.
song. It started like Big Mac, quarter pound. They ran pretty much ran the whole menu down in a song, but it was kind of like a
Tight.
rap song almost. It was kind of like a rap
I
song
just
almost, and
I just remember the
somehow
cartoon guy. Yeah, I just remember that part.
it was an actual. They put it on a record. It was on a It was on a 45. It was on a
That's
45.
tight,
For those of
dude.
y'all who don't know what a 45 is the real small records,
Yeah,
real
yeah.
small vinyl. So they put it on this, and somehow I ended up getting this. I don't remember how I got it, but I got it. So we'd sit up in my room, and we used to scratch on that motherfucker like it ain't matter. Big Mac, Big Mac. We were scratching on that motherfucker.
Dude, that's
So,
tight, man.
and even before that, like in the project I'm from, we had this generator outside, and we called it the green machine for evident reasons. Shit was green. So we used to all sit up on that, and it had a little lock on the outside of it. So we used to bang on the lock to hit that shit, and we used to make beats off of that. And we'd gather around that. Little boys spit their little
Dude, is that
shit.
like the little green electrical box? Is that what you're talking about? Dude, yeah,
Yeah,
we used to do that
they
too,
still.
man. They had one of those. Yeah, we do the same thing when we were kids, man.
Our shit was big to us back. Well, it was kind of big back then, but you could actually sit on it. It was taller, so we had to get running, jumping starts to get on top of it. It's not like the little green ones that you see nowadays.
Yeah,
That's like
dude.
real low to the
Yeah,
ground.
yeah, in certain places there was those ones too, man. I know what you're talking about, bro. Like when the first time I ever drank alcohol, it was Yukon Jack behind the Piney Wash with some girls that were the class younger than me, and it was sitting on one of those green boxes. Like one of those girls just grabbed me, was like, "John, come out here." He's like, "You want to drink this?" I'm like, "Oh man, I don't know." And it was Yukon Jack, and it tasted like fucking shit. It was like cough syrup. I'm like, ah. That it was one of those green boxes you're talking about, bro. It was my first drink of alcohol. I was like 14,
Yeah,
15 years old. Yeah.
so that was our shit. And then we used to make our then somehow we one of us had a little drum. We ended up with a little drum. So then we
Like a
had
snare
bang
drum?
beats off the drum. I don't remember what kind of drum it was, honestly. It was
Word.
small. It was a real small, maybe almost like
Like a bongo.
nah, it wasn't we had a bongo too. My uncle had a rest in
Oh,
peace of my uncle. He had a bongo in the house. We used to bang on that shit a little bit, but he ain't like us playing with it. So
yeah.
it was the drum thing we had was almost like a banjo. It was like almost like the size of a banjo. So I don't know what you want to call that one. If you want to set them
Yeah.
up on the drum stands, is one of the real smaller ones. We used to bang on that, and we made a couple little tapes off of that shit. Back then, I used to make the beats a lot more though. I really wasn't rapping at that point.
That's
I used
cool.
to bang the beats out, and then
And then you
obviously
guys
we had the
just
beatbox shit.
and then you just record on a regular tape deck too? Like just a regular little
Yep,
boombox with the mic or whatever?
got
Yeah, hell yeah.
got a little boom box. Either we had a mic or I had the mic built into it, and we
Yeah.
got busy.
Same, man. Like my guy Deacon Jones, he lived up the street from me. He wrote a book. We had him on the show like a month ago. He was
Mhm.
one of the first guys I started with too. And my pop at his office, there was some old guy that worked there that would fix up stereo receivers. So he would buy like the broken one from the pawn shop and fix it. And there was some kind of tape that the pawn shop wouldn't take or wouldn't buy it. So he hooked my dad up. My dad gave it to me, and that was the first shit we recorded on. And we thought it was cool because it had an actual mic input. You know what I mean? So it was like a left or right, and we only had one mic, so we were recording the left side one. I think Rick wrote left-handed too, so we're like, man, let's pick the left side. And dude, it was hella primitive, but we had a sock on the microphone too. It was a little $20 shit from Radio Shack. So it just you know what I mean? Like it just as kids, we were just happy to have the ability to create and record something on a tape, you know what I mean? And then share it with friends. And then I would take it a step further and make like a mixtape with whatever CDs I had. I would pick the tightest songs, put them on there, and then work me and Rick's song into the middle. One of them on each side, you know what I mean? Just to stash it in there. So it just I love hearing these stories, CT. You know what I mean? Because in our lifetime, technology has evolved a lot. You know what I mean? And so a lot, and it just it almost seems like the more competitive people are the kids who know better how to use that. But I like the art more from people who've
back
had the
then.
more diverse experiences. Yeah, dude, because
That's when it was raw
it,
and
it
real though.
yeah, man. And I don't want to be
It
an old
was
head crying around about back in the days, but it is, man. Like those stories are relevant. And
it wasn't too much
I,
doctoring back then. It was raw talent. It was
mm-hmm.
raw talent. It's some artists who could tell you, it would tell you like, we only had X amount of money going to the studio, X amount of time. We had to go in there and one take shit.
Yeah,
It wasn't no punch-ins, it wasn't no start overs. We one taking this shit. So all your energy and everything is in that one take, getting the fuck up out of there.
yeah, man. And you had to practice. That's a man. That's what I tell my kids and my little homies too. I'm like, you're gonna suck at first, no matter what. Very rarely in life are you gonna be a natural. Like you gotta practice. Like it's you gotta practice to get better, and that was part of it. You couldn't fucking go in there and freestyle some shit, otherwise it sounds sloppy as fuck. You know what I mean?
It all depends. Some people actually can go in there and freestyle their ass off, and you will actually think they write, and they can't write a long song for shit, but they have freestyle
Y-
their motherfucking ass off. And then you got people who penmanship is just killer status and can't freestyle for shit. And then you got
Yeah,
some people who got it all. Some people are just naturals with it, and it's just
y-
there. That's it.
yeah, no doubt. That's one thing that I always thought was cool too. I had a buddy on my trim crew. His name was Aaron Goen. If he's listening, shout out to Aaron Goen. But he would always listen to the battle rap stuff like Locksmith and Disaster and shit like that. And
Yep.
I just was more of a songwriting type guy, and that was the shit I liked. But the more I listened to it, it was impressive to me because it was spontaneous. You know what I mean? Like on the spot, based on how the guy across from you looks, you're gonna crack jokes that rhyme to a beat like that. That shit's hard, bro. You know what I mean? That does require real talent, and
Yeah.
like practice can only get you so far in that situation, man. It's like you gotta have the skill. You know what I mean?
But even
You gotta kind of,
freestyling,
yeah,
you
you
gotta
gotta kind
stay
of be
with
a
that shit.
natural. Yeah.
You gotta stay with that shit to keep getting better with your shit.
Yeah, and then next week on the show we have an artist. I met him in Portland. I'm pretty sure he's from Portland. He's in Portland and Vegas. His name's Six, and dude, he's got bars too. I'm excited to ask him some similar questions. But he's one of those battle rap type guys. I think he's entered a couple of them because there's guys that I've never heard of that it's like you could enter a battle and win $1 million, bro. And I'm like, no
Oh,
way.
what?
And yeah, dude, like serious. Like the guys will put up the money, stream it live. They do like a pay-per-view type thing. And
Right.
I'm like, no fucking way. Like there's this guy from Portland, his name's Il Mac. Heard of
Right.
him, but I never was super, but I think he won one of those battles. I'm like, no way for an M? No way, really? Like
For
that's
wow.
tight. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because he didn't ever floss it or like put that shit on it. So it's about the pride. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, I've went against guys who were supposed to be better than me and beat them. So I dig that competition aspect of it too, man.
Shit, I didn't know the numbers was in it like that.
Yeah,
Them
man.
big.
Yeah. Yeah. Like there's another guy named a.k.a. from Olympia. Man, his name's Mark Bowen, and I want to get him on the show sometime too, but like dude, I'm pretty sure he's won some of those battles too that were in the six figures, and I'm like, "Damn, dude." And it's weird cuz they don't ever it's bragging rights. It's not to post on social media, you know what I mean? I'm like, "Man, that shit is cool." And then you probably don't want to tell everybody you won fucking a whole bunch of money last weekend, you know what I mean? You don't want to post
No, you
that on
definitely
your
don't want to
Twitter.
do that.
Yeah,
You
but
definitely don't want to do that.
it just seemed like you would see it on a flyer or a resume somewhere that and it's not. So I respect that a lot too. Um, So like with music or with film, what do you feel was like your first break? You know what I mean? Like we're talking about like the early stuff and everything and like doing plays as a kid and tapes as a kid for music. What like did you what was the what put you towards this path, man? You know what I mean? Because the world wants you to do something else no matter what every single time. And it's like gotta be like, fuck the world, I'm doing this.
So I was with the music shit for a long time. I've been going with the music shit for a long time. I've been working with this person, working with that person. I don't know why the fuck my shit looking shiny as shit all the fucking time. I'm not a
Oh, you're all
beast
good,
monkey,
bro.
yo.
We
I'm
don't
not a
care
beast
about
monkey. My
makeup.
shit look
You know what I
shiny.
mean?
I ain't got no
We don't
makeup
got
on.
the well, no, it's like when you're on TV, they do the no matter what, if you're on TV, they got a makeup person who comes over and makes sure, you know what I mean? We don't care. We ain't tripping
Fuck all
CT.
that.
Yeah.
Fuck all that. But yeah, I've been doing the music shit for a long time. I got a few projects that was supposed to got put out that never came out for reasons I don't really want to talk about.
What year was
But
that? Like you signed to a label or something?
I was part of a label back in the day, little independent local label from Hartford, Live Your Life Records. I was a part of that shit.
Okay.
Um, it was a four. It started out with four artists, and then it branched up into a few more, and then I ended up leaving because shit wasn't right. Shit wasn't right.
Yeah.
So I ended up leaving.
Ice Ice
But
Cube was
we
the
put up,
smartest one of the group.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yes he
Yeah,
was,
he was.
yes he was,
Yeah.
yes he was.
So good deal, CT. Good decision.
But we put out some projects through there. That was did pretty good. We did some actually. You in Portland?
I'm
You
in
said you in
Spokane
Portland?
now. Spokane
In
now.
Spokane. Okay.
Yeah, I was
So
in
yeah,
Portland for like 10 years though. I love Portland. I still consider it
got
home.
it.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of the we got some of the music out. There's some people out in Cali that was part of some big radio stations out there. They wanted to get us out there, but it never worked out.
Bummer, man. See, man,
But
like
yeah,
yeah, but it's there's breaks, bro. For real. There's what else, man? Like what you what was the big up, you know what I mean? When did it look positive
it was looking positive back in like between 2010, 2012, back in
for
there.
the music?
But yeah, but then found out, you think you're dealing with the right people, you're not dealing with the right people, and then shit just fall apart. So I just had to fall
Yeah.
back and just try to figure out, where to really go with it. Because it seems like every time I link with people to try to make some shit happen, is always end up being the same outcome or something similar. You feel what I'm saying? So I got to get with the
I
same
can
people
dig it.
that's vibing on the same vibe that I'm on.
I can dig it,
And
CT.
I just
I can
recently
dig
came
it.
about that a few years ago. Me and my guy, you
With
will hear one of the songs later on. But I got a few songs in the stash that never got released, projects that's put together that pretty much just needed to get a couple more things added and it would have been completed. That never got done. People ran off with the music, whatever the fuck happened.
yeah, I that sucks too, man. When you record a body of work at someone's spot and then you don't have access to it afterwards. It's like that shit's a fucking heartbreak and a half, dude. Like there's certain like I don't do a lot of features, but there's certain features that I did that I really fucking wish I would have came out and they didn't for whatever reason. The person I gave it to didn't put it out. And I'm like, God damn it, man, that song was tight. And I want to do it on my own. Like, let me just put it, it's like I didn't purchase that beat. I didn't, I don't want to be dishonest. So it's like, fuck, whatever. I'll just hurry up and wait. But when you talk about stuff not working out too, dude, I put out my first album in July of 2002. I had a hookup at the radio station. One of my homies from school got a job there. So I got my shit in the computer for that whole summer. And then they changed formats to new rock in the fall. So that was the end of it. But I didn't capitalize on being on the radio. I didn't have CDs in stores or anything for sale that people could buy. And so it's like that was a missed opportunity. But after that, like certain little independent labels knew who I was and would give me a contract. And it's like I'd red ink the shit out of it and we would even come to terms. And then by the end of the length of the contract, they wouldn't give me the money to put out the album. You know what I mean? And that happened 3 times, dude. Like once in Spokane, once in Seattle, and then once in Portland. And it was just like, fuck. Like, like I was counting on this shit working out to pay for my art and me not having to stress out or risk my freedom in order to pay for it. And then it's like, you're going to end up having to do that shit anyway, John, So it's like, fuck. It, I can understand the heartbreak and shit too of stuff not working out, CT. Oh, it says CT. Looks like his video is frozen. He just typed us a message. Okay, maybe he can leave if you can hear us, CT, can you leave the call and come back? Looks like he lost his feed or his connection right there. Okay, I'm gonna send him a message. Can you leave the call and come back? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're still live. I got to give an extra special shout out to my lady for making me a drink during the show. She's the shit. Thank her so much. You know what I mean? Okay, there goes CT's gonna come right back. I feel like it's a good interview so far, Mitchell. How do you feel? All right. Mitchell says yeah. All right, CT, are you there? It looks like your mic is muted. It looks like his mic is unmuted.
Yeah, man.
Can you hear us, CT? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. You're there. All right. So we don't have your video feed, but if that's what you got, maybe
Nah,
maybe
no,
a bunch of kids started streaming movies off the tower you're on right now. Okay, there you are. There it is. Yeah. So
you
anyway,
got cut out on me.
yeah, my bad. If you got cut off, I was just telling my little spiel about I signed to 3 different independent record labels for a 1 album deal. The shit never worked out, and I had to fund the shit myself. You know what I mean? It's like you reach the end of the term of the deal, and they're supposed to give you the money to put it out, and they don't. So it's like I got to do this shit anyway. So I understand the heartbreak of having that happen too, dude. So
No, I funded my own project. The project I put out, I put a mixtape out in 2010 called Jack and Beats Volume 1. You know what I'm saying?
word. Is it
Yeah.
on Dat Piff?
Nah, I never put it on that piff. I never put it online at all. And I shoulda, but I never put it on. I never put it online. I put it on CD, and that was it. I just wanted to see how good I can do on a hard copy level. Feel me? I didn't
Yeah,
want to
hand
see.
to
I
hand,
didn't want
man.
no digital shit, but everything switched over to digital. You feel me? But
Yeah, you can't
that shit,
escape it now, bro.
nah, you can't. That shit almost 10 years
Nah.
old now. So it's like I don't want to put it online now, like because I don't want nobody to take it as I'm trying to put it out as it being something new. You feel
Nah.
what I'm saying?
Nah. But
But I really
like,
need to
dude,
start doing it.
yeah, when you get that one like that golden roll, bro, or your household name, then like when you have your little website for fan website, you can stash it on there on a page. So the
Yeah,
super fans can dig for it and search for it and be like, holy shit, have you fucking heard this? Like, where did you find this? It was on a
yeah.
it was on, you know what I mean? It
For
was
those
under
who
a
got the
page that
CD,
looked like it was something else. Yeah,
for
and
those who got the
having
CD.
people order it. Yeah, having people order that too, dude. Like that's real fans will spend that $20 to have something mailed to them, And I feel like the work that you're doing is going to generate real fans. CT Terror.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. It is. Then when he said tag, I was like, no way. He's with the tag kid, man. I'm like, shit, yeah, man. Like it just
Yeah,
talented and gifted, man. You
Yeah,
know, not just in school, but in art and film and music. You know what I mean? So
I thought that was just some local shit. I ain't you way on a whole another coast. You on the other
y-
coast and you saying that shit, man.
yeah, yeah.
Like
When
that.
I was a yeah, dude, when I was a kid, uh, we moved to Portland, second, third, and half of fourth grade, and then we moved back. And so it's like for that time I was in Portland.
Mm,
Fuck, it was hard, dude. Like we had like the workload for school was just way heavier, and I wasn't, I guess, considered talented and gifted in that environment. But once I moved back, the workload was like a third as heavy. You know what I mean? Like instead of 35 vocab words where we had to do definitions and synonyms, antonyms, and use it in a sentence, we only had
mm.
10. Instead of 35, it was 10 on the rest of us. It's like, man, it's easy. So it wasn't called tag on my res. It was called something else. I can't even remember, but you I think they let us go like on recess at lunch, we could go to the computer lab. So we'd go play Oregon Trail and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Cuz
I used to fuck with that Carmen San Diego. Where's Carmen San Diego?
yeah,
That was my shit.
yes, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. That was a fun one too. Yeah. And then there
I'm
was
not
like
gonna pass that bitch.
yeah, dude. So it's cool to hear about that, CT, man. Like it's it's the human, you know, like the humanity of the star, you know. So like I dig that shit a lot, man.
Man, I got a pass too, man. I grew up too. I had to grow up too.
Yeah, well, man, so you know, it's like when someone hits, it's like you don't get to hear all that stuff. So I feel like I'm getting early access, CT, before it hits. I'm
You
getting
asking
these
the right
interview
questions,
questions in.
so
Yeah, no
you feel
doubt.
me?
Yeah, and so like, what about with film, dude? Like what was the break when things started looking up and going positive, man? Like, because
So
for real, dude, like shit sucks sometimes, and it's like, man, I keep doing work, and it's you know,
yeah. So what happened with the film shit, right? My boy was doing a video one day and he invited me to come over and be his hype man in the video. I'm like, the hype man. I'm like, bro, I don't fuck I want to be a hype man before I rap myself, nigga. Fuck what you mean hype man? Then he
yeah,
explained to me what he meant by it. And I'm like, all right, cool, I get what you're saying. Come on, let's do it. So boom. He's showing me what he wanna do in the video. So, we do the whole little video thing. Boom. His video never came out for whatever reason. So
damn,
they was like the
damn,
people who was there was like, oh, like we like what you was doing. Like you really brought some energy, you brought some life to the video and shit. Like do you act and shit? I'm like, nah, rap. They're like, oh, because you know what I'm saying, da 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 da. I'm like, okay, caught that little hit right there. So I got put on to like I said in 2010, I had put the mixtape out. So
mm-hmm,
that same weekend I put the mixtape out, somebody called me like, yo, you wanna come perform, do it at a show? I'm like, hell yeah, I wanna come perform, nigga. I just dropped the mixtape too. Bro, where we
yeah,
at? Where we at,
yeah,
man?
man,
Where we
fuck
at?
yeah,
He like, yo, come
yeah,
downtown. He like, come downtown. I'm like, when? He like, right now. I'm like, yo, I'm up in the park. I'm up in the park trying to sell my CD and shit. I had to, yo, I need somebody to bring me downtown right now. Boom. I go down, get dropped off downtown. I go to this spot. It's a show, it's a little show. They had act that didn't show up. So they needed a slot filled. So hell yeah, I'm coming to fill that shit. Boom. I fill a slot. The dude who was throwing the shit, it was actually his actual studio. His name Joe Young.
okay,
So I performed for him. He liked my music. He buy two of the mixtapes, one for him, one for his daughter. Next time I see him, he like, yes, I love your music. My daughter like your music. You're going to be great with music. Trust me. But all you need is the right people to see and hear you, and you're going to go. Boom. All right. Couple years later,
dude, man, that makes you feel good too, dude. Like fuck,
yeah. So a couple years, what was it? A year later, I get wind that he's doing a movie. I'm like, okay.
word,
He like,
yeah,
he wrote a book. He wrote a book. It's called Diamond Rough, and he's going to do a movie based off this book. So they want people to come down and audition, and they want to get people that's going to be local in it because it's going to be filmed in Hartford. So they want people from Hartford to be in it, but it's going to be
Hell yeah,
actors.
dude.
It's going to be actors coming in from all over. Like this is a real actual fucking movie. So
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, boom,
Guys working out and shit, man. Staying
yeah.
product. Yeah.
So I get down here, I audition for this movie, and I fuck up on a simple line. Simplest line, I had 4 words that I had to say, and I fucked up.
Ah.
Dumbest shit ever. And I knew I fucked up
Ah.
when I did it, and I don't know why I did what I did, but everything happens for a reason. So
Yeah.
I didn't get a part for the Diamond Rough movie. He comes back, and I find out that he's doing another movie. It's a movie called K Skills. So I'm like, all
Okay.
right, I'm gonna go audition for this movie, and I'm getting a part in this shit. There's no way
Yep.
I'm walking away without a part for this movie.
Yep.
So I go down to audition. I read for one part. Somebody tells me while I'm waiting, like, oh, we may have you audition for 4 different parts, so you're gonna have to read for 4 different people. I'm like, oh shit,
Damn.
the fuck. So boom,
Oh, that's hard, bro. Fuck, because then you have no choice but to look at the paper, a little bit,
no. So I remember I only came ready for one. 4 put on me. And the time I got to go in there in the spot to go do my parts, I memorized all 4 people. Went in ready for all 4 parts.
Good job, CT. Good job.
I go in there, I see Joe. He like, oh, I didn't know you act. I'm like, yeah. He like, I just know you for doing your music. I didn't know you could act too. Well, yeah, well, you gonna see what I do. I auditioned for the Diamond Rough thing, I ain't get it. He was like, oh, I didn't even know you auditioned. Okay, whatever, well, I'm here now. So I auditioned for him and I get the part for K Skills. Not the
All
part
right.
not the part that I actually read for. I ended up with a different part. So K Skills is a movie that got put out locally here in Hartford or the Connecticut area, whatever, for a program called Fatherwork. So this movie was to help promote that program, which is something that was helping, or I don't know if they still open now or not, but they help young men between like 18 and 24 or something like that, who lives not going too well, and they try to help them get shit back right and help out with being watching web series on YouTube. Like, yo, these pretty dope. I like watching these more than watching actual shows on TV because
Same, dude.
it's low budget, but it's more real. If you watch web
Yeah.
series, if you watch web series, you know what I'm talking about. I don't gotta go
Yeah,
into
man. The talent stands out too. You know what I mean?
right,
Like
right.
it's yeah, dude.
Raw,
Like
raw uncut talent. Raw. It ain't
yeah.
just none. Okay, y'all cut out again.
Oh, my bad. Are you still there? Can you hear me now?
I hear you. I hear you.
Okay, cool. My bad, man. My bad.
All right. So, yeah, Homicide Hartford 860 comes out, and I'm sitting back. I'm a fan of the show. I'm watching it crazy, and just happened to be while I'm watching the show, people in it. I know these niggas, so
Yeah.
I'm rooting for the home team. Like, yo, this shit is hard. Like every single episode, it just got better and better and better. And if anybody watching this shit, if y'all seen Homicide Hartford, the unedited versions that's out now, if you've seen it when it first came out, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. That shit is fucking bananas. I mean, you can watch them now, but some of the scenes is edited because of certain things.
Uh yeah, new guidelines on YouTube and such.
Yeah, they're the bullshit and people
Yeah.
hating and flagging that shit. But anyway,
Homicide Hartford. Baby, we gotta watch that. Homicide Hartford. All right.
Homicide Hartford 860
Yep.
on Ching America.
860. All right.
So on Ching America channel. So boom, I come in on episode 7 of that is my debut on the show.
Okay. Episode
So
7.
and that's my debut into the web series situation.
What
So
man? What kind of character did you play in that? You like the cop or the killer? Like, you
nah, I got a real short part. I play a jail scene. It's a jail scene. So the guys end up getting caught up. They come into jail, and I'm already in jail and shit. So you know what I'm saying? My team and some of the main characters of the show, we end up getting into a little physical altercation and shit,
yeah.
and boom, it go from there. So
That's cool, man.
it's just the
Cool.
it's just the fact of, I was doing something different than what everybody else was doing when I came in. Like when you watch my part, nobody told me to do anything that I did. I just came in and just did the shit. If you watch the part, you see what I do. Nobody told me to do none of that. And it's like I'm trying to be more as realistic as possible. You know what I'm saying? That's what you
Yeah.
got to do when you're doing mute, when you're doing film. You got to be as real as possible. You got to make your character believable. So
Yeah, man.
I
Yeah,
come
it's
in as that.
fiction, but yeah, it's fiction, but they got to believe you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So from there, I came on with guys like me so much. They was like, all right, we about to start this new shit. We got this shit called Bishop and the Juice Crew. And we got a crazy role. We want you to play for that.
Dude, I
So
watched like the first hour of it and it was late at night and my lady was like, "Turn the TV down." I was like, "Man, it's cool. I'm gonna get back to it." But I saw you weren't playing like a comical character in that one, were you? It was more serious, wasn't it?
yeah, Bishop and the Juice Crew. I play a fucking scumbag. Like this dude is the dirtiest of the dirt type niggas in the world for real.
Yeah, it was a scene where you were talking to the girl in the scene, like she was your lady. So I was like, oh, he might be a pimp or something. You know what I mean? Like, like it just, it was, that's how it seemed. I'm like, this isn't slick for sure. So,
Nah,
um,
so nah,
showing range as an actor for sure.
there you
CQ.
go. You got to.
Yeah.
That's what you got to. But that's what the character was supposed to be. So when you watch the character, it was bad to people really think that that's me in real life. That's not me in
Yeah.
real life. Like
Yeah. It's acting.
I'm playing a character. So
Yeah.
like people came up to me, told me like one of my close people called me like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yo," she's like, "Nah, yo, this shit is too fucking real, yo. Nah, yo, y'all playing this shit. This shit is too fucking real." Like he like, yo, I really had to sit back and remember this is a fucking show. That's like, he's
Yeah.
like, no, don't hit her. Like, no, like they
Yeah.
people really
That's
looking at
dope.
it like, yo, nah, that shit look
They
too
believe it.
fucking real. Yeah. It's
It
because
makes you feel away because that's not something that you're supposed to see. You know what I mean? That's
it's
that's
not a thing.
that's uh
It's not a thing of it's not what you're supposed to see. It's a thing of we bring in something that's so real that is too relatable to the people. So when you're watching the shit, you seeing something that is going to trigger something in your mind because you either been through it, you know somebody who been through it, you've seen it, whatever.
yep.
It's all relatable. There's nothing in there that you're not going to fucking relate to. Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And that's the thing that I try to identify most with in film and music too is emotion. You know what I mean? It's like you fucking hate that guy because he fucking hit that girl and he was talking to her this way. You know what I mean?
But when you go
Or
to the movies,
yeah, that's the villain, man.
you go
You
to
know
the
what I mean?
movies, you seeing the same shit. It's just
Yeah,
you're
dude.
paying for it. You getting it for free on YouTube. We giving
Yep.
you some raw, real shit for free. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So just imagine if a bag is involved with it. When the bag comes and shit, like the projects that we have in the bag that come is fucking crazy. Like it's
I bet,
crazy.
man.
It's
I
crazy.
bet. It's that and Ching's like the first guy that I've really subscribed to who has the depth of content like that, like full films and full series, and and,
Nah,
and it's
Chink,
available for free. You know what I mean? And you could critique little things here and there as far as independent film, but it's like, nah, man, like those are barriers that were overcome in order to have art be seen and reacted to, and it's the talent still stands out, man. Like the story is still you could still follow it. My only critique was the audio. You know what I mean? It's like in certain scenes, It's not mixed the
Yeah,
same as the scene before. And that's about it, dude. You know what I mean? Like that. I'm sure he's working on that right now. You know what I mean? It that was otherwise. It's like, dude, it's people like us who made their own shit and wrote it deep enough for you to binge it. You know what I mean? Because like I did a short film with my guy Ryan Craig, and he did a short film the summer before that, and I fucking love it. I'm proud of the work, but damn, I wish we had a whole series of episodes that, you know what I mean? Like it just it makes me see what's possible. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
it's inspiring too, dude, because it's, you know, you don't need much. You don't need some guy to give you the go ahead. You just need the guys in the scene to show up and do work, you know?
You just need a dedication. You just
Yeah.
need a dedication. Everybody be on the same page. That's all it takes. That's all it
Yeah.
takes. If you know what I'm saying, like if you see like what we've done, like with that Bishop and the Juice Crew, the first season we won an award for that shit, and that was the
Yeah.
first time that that's ever been done in this for the state. You feel what I'm saying? Or for the city in this area. Like
Yeah.
we've it's this first time we submitted it, we got nominated, we won. You know what I'm saying? And as if you watch the show itself is going to tell you, is going to show you why we won. You feel me? It's a really
Yeah.
dope show. I'm not saying it because I'm in it. Like I can actually sit back and watch a show and watch it for as if I'm going to watch somebody else show. And that's
Yeah.
what I look at it as. I'm looking at it as a show. So now I can go back and I can say something like what you said. The audio in some parts was a little bit was off, in some parts more it was
Yeah.
better. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We can go back and we can say that. But that's trial and error as far as we're working with what we got.
It is, dude. And I invite that from anybody who listens to my shit. Like, dude, if my mic was fucked off and you couldn't hear it, like, dude, tell me that. Like I'm gonna accept that and try to correct it next time, you know? Like I don't and anybody who does art or creates content understands too. It's like, dude, I really liked it. I like this and this, but you can't just fucking I love it. You know, it's like there's parts that could be improved too, you know what I mean?
Right,
So
exactly.
yeah, so it just I feel like that's part of being honest, man, and I dig that shit.
Yeah.
So you know, I really dig that you guys have that much shit available too, man. And like has anybody like hollered at you to try and be an agent or anything like that?
No,
Okay.
no.
So it's you representing yourself then too, and I
Yeah,
think
it's all
that's dope.
independent. It's all independent.
Yeah.
Like I never been to no schooling. I never been to no acting schools. None of that shit for what I do. I've never been to no schools, and I'm looking at how I perform and how people who actually is involved in that industry
Yep.
see what I do. They like, no, you're gonna. They like it. So if I'm doing what I'm doing independently, why would I want to go spend that money to go have to go, you know what I'm saying, into the school
Yeah.
unless it's a situation where we have to. But
Yeah.
that's then going having to do that. That's just to have the papers so that you can get them extra, you know what I'm saying, to move
Yeah,
forward.
it's not worth it to me anymore. I'm like, nah, like
Nah, it's like we already
these no,
doing that. We already
yeah,
doing what
dude,
y'all
you don't
talking about. So what you mean?
yeah,
We
yeah,
already
you don't
doing
need
that.
the yeah, you don't need the piece of paper for someone to hire you to do. It's like, nah, just do it myself.
No,
So
we already
that's
doing that.
tight.
Here, check this out. Look at
That
that right there. Like, except for the times where we get caught up and it get too funny, then we gotta do it over.
yeah,
But especially when it
yeah,
first started. When we first started Ganja Boy, they was not expecting a voice. I wasn't expecting that voice to come out. That's not what I was trying to do, but that's what ended up coming out.
yeah. It dude, it that adds a whole the layer of comedy is almost in that voice. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it could really be considered kind of a hood movie, you know, like
Right.
more of a gangster type hood film. But dude, like that voice and that walk on that character, and well, I guess Baldy too. That shit was funny, but it's a main character that that's dope. It's like you came up with the comic relief on the spot too, dude, and it changes the vibe of the film for me because I think like, man, if you were doing it in this voice, it would be a hood film. You know what I mean? It would
Right,
be
right.
like some gangster type shit. So it does make it comedic for the weed people too. It just reaches more folks, who it's like, no,
But
it's comedy.
but that was the aim though, because everybody doing hood shit. Everybody want to do hood shit. Everybody want to do the shoot 'em up, bang bang, all that shit, which is good. You know what I'm saying? People enjoy that type of shit. That's entertainment overall.
It's
People enjoy that. I don't give a fuck what
yeah,
age range you're in. People enjoy that. You
it's
go to the
entertaining.
movies. You go to the
It's
movies, you pay
entertaining.
for it. Star Wars,
Yeah,
shoot 'em up, bang bang too. Star Wars, they
yep,
shooting lasers. You're shooting.
yep,
You feel what I'm saying?
no doubt.
So we just wanted to do something different with that. We wanted to do a whole different angle with it. We wanted to be bringing some type of comedy shit to it. So I got to think of something different. If I can't talk like I can't come with this voice, I can't talk to you like this and try to make it comical.
Yeah,
If we're
no
going to do
doubt. Well,
comedy, like we got to try
yeah,
something. We got to go way different. You got to go way left out the box. So that's what came out for y'all.
no doubt. Good shit, man. And I'm a fan. I try to tell any folks who will listen, it's like, yo, check this out. This Ganja Boy thing. If you're into weed and comedy, if you like Cheech and Chong or Friday, like, check this one out, man. Like, it's good. Dude, we're already past 9:04 CT. So,
Oh, we over the limit?
no, we're not over the limit, man. I before the show came on, you sent me a couple of songs, and I would like to play those songs if we can, man. Like,
Oh, yeah, let's get busy.
um, yeah. So the first one I was able to download and put into my Serato. The second one I was not, but I'm going to attempt to play the second one from my Gmail. I just gotta make an adjustment on my controller. So after the first song plays from my Serato, I'm gonna say that, and it's CT Terror is your music name, correct?
Yeah, yeah. I had
Okay,
to
so I'm gonna say that.
add a CT to the front of it for copyright reasons. I guess it's some rock and roll band or something that got a name Terror.
Oh,
And
dude, well, and it's for the state that you're in, correct? Like that's where you got that from,
yeah,
CT Terror.
yeah.
It sounds like initials, bro. Like I calling you CT. Like I just think that's a cool fucking name, man. To have to adhere to copyright because someone else had the other part. Like that.
So,
I'm not
but
mad at it.
hold on. No, so let me, it's a flip side to that name too though. It ended up with it becoming a rap name too, but it's a flip side to that too. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story with that real quick.
All right.
So I was online talking to the shorty one day, and she was like, "Yeah, take my number, give me a call." I'm like, "All right." So I call her. We on the phone talking for a minute. So 5 minutes into the conversation, she starts to try to say my real name, and I'm like, "Wait, what? What you call me?" And she goes to say it again, and I'm like, "What you call me?" So then she says it again. I'm like, "Yo, where do you get this from?" She was like, "My caller ID." I'm like, "Your caller ID?" She like, "Yeah." I'm like, "On your cell phone?" She like, "No, this not a cell phone. It's my house phone." "Oh, you got me calling your house phone." She was like, "Yeah."
Damn.
"Oh, okay, no problem, cool." Soon as I got off that phone with her, I called my phone carrier. Listen, we need to do something about changing my name so that it does not show up.
Bummer, man. Bummer,
We
man.
gotta
Is it
do
is it
something about that. So
is it is
yeah.
it super long? Is it like an Indian name, like an
No,
Indian
no,
name?
no, 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 no. Nah, my real name Tiffin. My
Oh,
real name.
Tiffin. Like, okay,
But
that's it, man. That's
she tried to say that. I was like, nah, man, like, especially if you don't know me, you
yeah,
call me by my moniker,
my
man. Like, just like if
yeah,
you see any other artist outside, you're not gonna walk up on them and call them by their real name. You're gonna respect them and call them by their moniker. So
yeah.
I expect the same type of respect. You feel what I'm saying?
I Yeah, I try
Yeah.
to do the same thing for my fellows as well, Like it was when I was in college, DJ Goldfinger, it was my producer Tyrant's roommate for a couple years.
Mm,
He'd be like, "You can't be calling me Demar. You gotta call me Goldfinger." And I'm like, all right, And as I got older, I understood. It's like, no, we're in the spot, and that's his name. You know what I mean? And as I started doing that was my radio plug at Hot 104. You know what I mean? He got a job there,
mm,
and he got my song in the computer. So I learned a lot from that guy too. Just on music and relationships. You know what I mean? And
got you.
what's important from his point of view as a guy playing music for people in a club and on the radio. So it was just cool, man.
Word.
Yeah. So man, can we cue up the song? CT, is that cool?
No,
I'm
no,
gonna take
yeah,
a.
yeah, yeah. Get to that. Get to
All
that.
right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna play this first song. It's called "I Ain't Come" by CT Terror. I'm gonna pot the music up. It's about 2.5 minutes long, and then I'm gonna pot the music down and intro the next song. Um, Told y'all. I'm an intro in between just because I gotta make some adjustments and feel the airspace. So here we go right now. Mitchell, are you okay on your end, man? Okay, thumbs up from my guy Mitchell. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This song is called "I Ain't Come" by CT Terror. I ain't coming beef. I ain't come to bust my heat. I just came to have some drinks and puff. But now I gotta bust my heat. Cause these niggas wanna beef. So I gotta drop my drink and cover my weed. I ain't coming here to beef. I ain't come to bust my heat. I just came to have some drinks and puff my weed. But now I gotta bust my heat. Cause these niggas wanna beef. So I gotta drop my drink and puff my weed. I run up in the club, I go straight to the bar. My blunt's already rolled, looking for corners that's dark. I found one by the speaker, I two find senoritas. They bumping and they grinding, they like the way I'm shining. They might have got the diamonds, they sipping margaritas. They start to brush up on me, they rubbing on my heater. One of them getting low, other acting the draw. They wanna party with me, shit you already know. Niggas start looking hard and wanna show they grill, but I'ma keep it calm. Fuck up his looks to kill. I started smacking ass and grabbing me some titties. A nigga feeling right. These bitches say they dig me. Now here come little homes. This nigga Puerto Rican. Y'all been off at the mouth. I don't know what he's speaking. I look toward the ground. He balling up his fist. I look him in the eye and I told him this. I ain't coming here to beef. I ain't come to bust my heat. I just came to have some drinks. But now I gotta bust my heat, cause these niggas wanna beef. So I gotta drop my drink and come. I ain't coming here to beef. I ain't come to bust my heat. I just came to have some drinks and puff my weed. But now I gotta bust my heat, cause these niggas wanna beef. So I gotta drop my drink and puff my. Somehow I made it out. At least I thought I did. I'm trying to tuck the burner, picked up and saw the pigs, but he ain't see me. I started creeping. Then he got the call, come through the scene. My way he come, man. Got me like, oh man, I'm gonna be suspect if I just start running. I should have threw the burner when I had the chance. Cause them girls just from earlier with whom I had to dance. Now I'm in custody. Cops wanna fuck with me. Like as they pass my cell, I flip them off and suck my teeth. I'm in the ice cream truck. They shipping me to court. Thinking of what I should have done so that I ain't get caught. I'm in the bullpen, waiting to see the judge. They got my feet shackled and my hands cuffed. My case get called up. They asking me my side. I crack a big smile. I ain't got shit to hide. I ain't coming here to beef. I ain't come to bust my heat. I just came to have some drinks and puff my weed. But now I gotta bust my heat. Cause these niggas wanna beef. So I gotta drop my drink and puff my weed. I ain't coming here to beef. I ain't come to bust my heat. I just came to have some drinks and puff my weed. But now I gotta bust my heat. Cause these niggas wanna beef. So I gotta drop my drink and puff my weed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was I Ain't Come by CT Terror. I gotta make an adjustment here on my computer. DJ 505 is gonna be the output. We're gonna press play. There was a problem playing this audio file. God damn it. Son of a bitch, CT.
Hey man, I don't know nothing about this new computer shit. I told you it said the
Yeah.
file was too big.
Hold on, let me just sign into the Concerned Devs Podcast 1. We'll see if that solves the issue right here. Next. Oh, damn, it's not going to work, CT. My bad, dude.
Fuck it.
I was trying to do this the whole show while we were talking and still pay attention, dude. And my bad. We'll work it out for the time you return, man. We'll get more songs in there. And dude, like, what else do you want to promote, man? Like, I feel like I haven't been thorough enough. I would like to have you come back, but like, what else do you have coming out soon? Like, are you gonna release your music? And do you have like a new film that you're gonna release it behind? Like, what's? I know
Yeah.
you don't like to share
So
too much of your plans, but like, if you can share with us, just so we can follow up and check for certain shit when we're searching afterwards, you know?
yeah. So we got the music shit. I got my boy. That's the song that I sent you. It's with my boy the Champ. We got a little thing that we do called Wom Fam. So we got music that we've been in the stash, you know what I'm saying, just trying to get a couple other things in order before we released it. But I'm tired of waiting on them other things. So that's what I was gonna just have you play it now. So that would have been one of the songs that we was about to come out with, and we was about to get ready to
Uh,
shoot. We was about to shoot a video for and all that shit, but then this coronavirus shit started popping off, so that put a halt to a lot of shit. Which is why it's
yeah,
also you're not seeing any Ganja Boy episodes going on right now or any filming like that because we can't do shit.
yeah, dude. It sucks, man. It's shut down a lot of mom and pop shops too, just all kinds of businesses. It's like maybe if you got a restaurant, you're okay, but even then, it's like your sales aren't what they used to be because people can't come and sit down and eat and have a drink, you know. So,
Yeah.
dude, yeah, it seems like the musician homies too, the ones that would eat off of touring, or you know, we can't. There's no shows being booked for the foreseeable future, so everything
Man.
for this year was canceled pretty much. So the mode is create content, and it's difficult when it requires other people. So um, if you do release some music, dude, and you, whenever you want to come back and talk about what you got coming out, dude, like we'd love to have you, man. It's been a good interview, and I just feel like that's the answer for if you're stuck at home, try and write, and you know, bug homies for beats too. That's what I've been doing, is calling people that I know that
Oh,
make
we
beats.
got
Like, hey, I know. Yeah, it's
we
like, you're
straight
not
on
doing
beats.
shit, guys. Send me something, man. Send me something.
We straight
You
on
know,
beats.
like,
We got beats.
that's cool.
We got too many beats. We got too many
That's tight.
beats that's already there. And then there's too many more beats to be made. So that we straight on the beats. That ain't a problem. But we can
Yeah,
definitely work
man.
with other people though. That's not a problem. I don't have no problem with collaborating with other people at all. Like that's a good
Oh
part.
yeah, dude.
It's a good
Yeah,
part
man.
of
If
this.
you have any, I'm pretty good at writing hooks, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not the slickest rapper, but homies would enlist me to do choruses and stuff. So
So you like the
if you
song?
have any, yeah, man, it's good, dude. Like, it's a weed type song, and it's honest. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck. It's like, man, I should have brought the burner. I should have left the burner. You know what I mean? I'm just like, it's clever, dude. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you want to work on anything, if I got anything that needs some rap on it, I'll send it your way too. But there's I try to work with as many artists as I can, especially if I dig their work, man. So whatever you need, CT, man, just send me whatever kind of requests you got, and I'll do the same, man. And I definitely want to holler at Ching to audition for a part in anything he has coming up in the future,
Oh
because
yeah, definitely check Ching America on YouTube. His catalog is crazy, man. Not just the work that
yeah,
he's in. He has previous work before me, and like Ching, if you go back and watch his older shit and work your way up to his newest shit, I can't tell you the order of them, but if you just go back and watch his older shit and then come up to the newest shit and see how he has evolved as a filmmaker, this dude is incredible. And to see what, like, if you understand what we're working with and to see what we're doing, if we have that cinematic equipment, it's going to be that much more crazy. It's going to be
Yep.
that much more crazy. But speaking of cinematic, if anybody has Amazon Prime, there's a
Oh,
movie
you guys
on
are
there.
on there now?
Yeah, there's
You're on there?
yeah, my guy Joe Young. He has a movie on there that I'm in called All In the Family. So All In, then colon the Family. Go in there and you can catch me on there doing some acting things too. Yeah,
All in the Family by Joe Young on Amazon Prime. We're gonna try and do a better job of posting links in the description too, dude. So if I message you, I'm just bugging you for that shit tomorrow, okay? Like I'm gonna be like, man, can you like if I can't find the link, then I'm gonna be like, hey man, can you send me that? And then any links to your music too, dude. If you haven't put any of it out yet, like put out one. You know what I mean? Like
it ain't too much. Like I wasn't really too active with the computer stuff back in that point. I didn't have access to computer stuff all like that with things that was going on at the time. So I had somebody running the page for me, and me and that person not start working together. So
yeah.
all the shit that's on my page go back years ago. I got a YouTube page myself, Hip Hop Terror. You can go on there, you can check shit out, you can subscribe to it, whatever. There's a couple songs on there you can check out that I'm on that I did.
Hip
That's
Hop Terror on YouTube. Was
yeah.
that one that we just played? Was that one that we just played on there?
No, that one is
Ah,
on the mixtape that I was talking about that I didn't put
okay.
on. I didn't even put none of those on the YouTube or nothing. I think I'm gonna do it though, just
Okay.
because this is a digital age and most people not gonna want CDs. Like you jump into most vehicles now, they don't even have a slot for a CD. You feel what I'm saying?
No.
Like everything is
Mm,
synced off a phone
Yeah.
or something digital. So
Yeah.
just to give people access to it, just so people who are aware of it, who can get aware of it, and people who are aware of it, who wants to help promote whatever, it's there for them.
Yeah. Yeah, creating more fans, CT, and they will definitely find it and consume it, man. You know, especially if you already created it. Like shit. Just make it available.
True.
Yeah, man. I'll go and download it. I'll jam it in the car. I'll put it in the Serato, man.
Oh shit, you just reminded me. I got a it's a Reverb Nation page with
Oh, what? Is it Hip Hop Terror or CT Terror?
I think it's CT Terror. I don't even remember, bro. Like,
Okay.
but
Search CT
again,
Terror
this
on
is
Reverb Nation also.
this is back when I had somebody else. Yeah, I think it is on the CT Terror, but or
Yeah.
CT apostrophe S Terror or CT Terror, one of the two. This is back when I had somebody else running it, and I completely just forgot about it until you just said something right there.
Yeah. And then as a suggestion too, if you have partners that you're putting it out with, that's cool. But if you do it on your own, CD Baby, man. I love them. CDbaby.com. You can put it out through them. They'll put it on Tidal, Slacker, YouTube, SoundCloud, Deezer, like everywhere that you can sell it. They'll put it there, and it's pretty cheap, dude. Like a single is like less than $50, like 30 or $40 or something. So for one song to have it everywhere and then be able to share the link, that's pretty cheap,
That's cheap
you
for
know.
real.
Yeah, and why I like CD Baby more than Distro Hits or TuneCore is that Distro Hits and TuneCore charge you every year. So every year that you want your music distributed through them, they charge you a fee, and CD Baby is one time.
Mm,
So
that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, dude, and it just it's just a better move for me because then I can just track the analytics and share the links, and it's cool too because certain people that are a fan of you from way back or whatever, they'll be like, "Hey, I didn't know you were on this app," and it's like, yeah, man, like, shout out to CD Baby, like those guys help it out. So
Shout out
that's
for that.
that's my one yeah, man, yeah, and that's my one suggestion for the music, CT.
Shout out for that plug.
Yeah, and then dude, is there you're on Twitter also, Twitter and IG as CT Terror, CT
Yeah,
underscore Terror.
CT up. Yep. IG,
Okay,
Twitter. I got a fan page on Facebook, CT Terror. I like that shit.
Okay, cool. And then also Ching America Films, ladies and gentlemen,
Ching
and
America
Ganja
Film.
Boy.
Yes,
Yeah, Ganja
yes,
Boy.
sir.
Definitely good for some laughs, man, in this day and time.
Bitch.
Yeah, goddamn right, goddamn right. All right. So, are you good with that, CT, man? Did you get everything out you wanted to share, man? I'm just waiting to do my outro dance, man. I think Mitch and Jess gotta go home and do their little
I'm here
circle
for
routine.
y'all, man. I'm here for y'all. Whatever else if we y'all want to wrap it up, we good. I'm good.
Okay,
I
cool,
enjoyed the
dude. And
time.
yeah, man. I know it's late over there too, but I would love to have you back. Um, I'm gonna bug you throughout the summer, man. Like, we'll get you back and ask some more questions because I'm sure I'm gonna talk to Mitchell and Jess too, and they'll be like, "Yo, we should have asked him this. We should have asked him that." So, it'd be dope to have a part two, man.
Let's do it.
Okay, cool.
Let's do
So
it.
with that, yeah, man, and thanks, dude. I appreciate it a lot.
So
And
hopefully
with that,
next time with a part two, hopefully with a part two, if the situation changes up, it could be a situation where I'm over there and we in the same room and we
yeah,
can sit
man.
across from each other and you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying, make it a
and
bit more official.
have a table. Yeah, have a table and have weed and yeah.
Have it a bit more official. Yes,
I'm
sir.
working on it. That was the goal of me moving out here too, CT. It's like I got to be closer to my guys so that we can try and work a situation so that if people slide through, we can have them come through and be interviewed live, you know. So I'm with that, CT. And if you ever slide out anywhere close to the Northwest, like Seattle, Portland, or Spokane, man, hit me up, dude. I might be
Hey, you
close
never
by.
know
We
what the
could link up and
universe
smoke
got
one.
planned. You never know.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna do my outro dance. This was the 55th episode of Concerned Dabs podcast. I was your host, Kitty M. Kane. Our guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen, was CT Terror, star of the film Ganja Boy. He plays Slick. Really awesome Ganja movie if you want to check it out. Produced by Ching America Films. Go and check them out online. Follow him, CT_Terror on Twitter and IG. Also, check out Hip Hop Terror on YouTube. I got to give a shout out to my guys in production, Mitchell Wilson and Jesse Curry. This has been a Main Node and Joseph Street Enterprise production.